Do you know what type of words these are? Well, I guess you do because of the title of the video, but there's always more to know when it comes to onomatopoeia, which is the topic of today's lesson. Let's look at this word again. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Wow. If you can spell it, then well done, because this is a really tricky word with those 4 vowels at the end. Okay, what I have here, word by word, is words that sound like the sound they are trying to describe are called onomatopoeia, because a lot of words are imitations of sounds. Poof, or bam, or boom, bang, wow. Okay, these are all words that try to describe a certain sound. Let's see. Guess which one of these words is onomatopoeia? Chew, chatter, yawn, gasp, snore, zip, squeak. Which one is it? Well, you know what? All of them. All of these are onomatopoeic words because they are trying to imitate the sound that something makes, an action or a thing when something is done to it. And if you think about it, chewing, chew, sounds like the process of chewing something. Okay, yawn. It sounds totally like someone yawning, right? Okay. I have a 10-question quiz for you. Each of the questions is going to be worth 1, 2, or 3 points depending on the level of difficulty. Let's see if you can identify the onomatopoeic words used for particular actions. Number 1, worth 1 point. Which onomatopoeia describes the sound you make when you are amazed? Choose one. Number 2, which one isn't a word that can describe the sound of fire? I've got sizzle, hiss, trickle, crackle. Number 3, match the listed words to the statements. Cats do this. Sheep do this. I've got bleat, scratch, meow, and baa. Number 4, choose the suitable word to fill the gap. She jumped out of the swing and landed in the puddle with a huge whoosh or splash. Number 5, which animal croaks? A donkey, a frog, an ostrich, or a goat? Number 6, the ice cold soda into the glass and then it down his throat. Glugged, blasted, sputtered, gurgled. You need to choose 2 different words here. Number 7, which one isn't a word that can describe the sound of a waterfall? Splash, crash, snort, thunder. Number 8, I love the sound of leaves in a summer breeze. I've got slamming, rustling, bumping, or dropping. Number 9, match the onomatopoeia to describe a way of talking to its meaning. So I have mumble, blurt, babble, and blather. Number 10, match the listed onomatopoeia to the meaning. I've got laughing and crying. And the words that you need to put in the right place are chortle, wail, snicker, cackle, bawl, chuckle, bellow, and blubber. You had 10 questions. You've got the points right there. I am going to reveal the answers to you and you can check how many points you gathered. out of the 18? Number 1, the answer is wow. And I bet you got that right. Number 2, trickle isn't a word that describes the sound of fire. Instead, it describes the sound that water can make. Number 3, bleat is what sheep do. Scratch is what cats do. Meow is what cats do, of course, and baa is what sheep do. No wonder this was only worth 1 single point. Easy. Number 4, she jumped out of the swing and landed in the puddle with a huge splash, of course. Number 5, which animal croaks? Well, you guessed it, it's the frog. Number 6, the ice-cold soda glugged into the glass and then it gurgled down his throat. Number 7, which one isn't a word that can describe the sound of a waterfall? All of these can except one, and that one is snort, because that's like a sound that a pig makes. Number 8, I love the sound of leaves rustling in a summer breeze. Number 9, the answers. To mumble is to speak without articulating in a low voice very often. So even if somebody is speaking your native language, you still have difficulty understanding him or her because the person isn't articulating. To blurt is to say something abruptly or impulsively. That means without forethought. So you're not really planning what you want to say, you just blurt it out. You might hurt someone if you blurt something out. You might give away too much information, or you might be speaking when it is not your turn. To babble means to speak incoherently, meaninglessly, in a repetitive way. Incoherently means that you can't really understand what the person is saying. It doesn't make sense. Maybe it is illogical. Maybe it is not structured well. Or maybe the person is mumbling. To blather means to talk foolishly at length, so for a long time. Number 10, let's see the answers. Chortle goes under laughing. Wail goes under crying. Snicker is laughing. Cackle is kind of like a laughing sound. Bawl goes under crying. Chuckle goes under laughing. Bellow goes under crying. And blubber is a way to cry. There we go. I've got an assessment for you. Read it. Watch the video again if you need to. So, what is onomatopoeia? Well, now you know. Thank you for your attention.